Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Frank Starfire. The good guy with the bad eye is back. That's right. The Just to Be Frank podcast is back, and I'm about to have a guest. My boy, you know him, you love him, or you don't. That's my boy Shaun Wallace coming on. We're going to talk some Andrew Tate bullshit. We're going to talk a little bit about the Tyre Nicholas situation, of course, and touch on a couple of other topics because it's what the hell we do here. So, thank you so much for joining us as ever. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, share. Tell a friend, tell a friend that this wacky guy is out here talking blather and blather Skype because it's what we do here. You know what? And we have fun doing it. So thank you for joining us as ever. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and enjoy the show.
You know what's going on, man. I'm a little Frank Starfire. Nice to meet you. And I'm a simple guy, and I live my life by really simple means. You know what I mean? And, I live by simple mottos and credos and phrases and everything because it works for me. You know what I mean? Lately, I've adopted a new one.
I wanted to hear it,
but you know what? I want to put it out too.
It's so raw. Like you probably could work. I think I still want to hear it.
I want to put it out too, but I you know what? I'll send you the video and let you. I'll just email you the video, or
do with it what I will. Right?
Yeah. I don't. Just listen to it first. And then
no, just put it right out.
Jesus. Let's go. Oh no.
I like to live dangerously.
I mean, you know what? Would you zip line over a volcano?
Man, that's a good question. Want to know why? Because I don't do anything aerial. I don't like being in the air, and I don't like being around large bodies of water either.
Why? You can't swim? Can you not
swim? I don't need to swim. Want to know why? Because I have 2 feet, and God gave me gravity. I love it, and I take advantage of it.
Wait, hold on. Let's not gloss over this. Hold on. You don't know how to swim?
A little bit. I know how to swim. I know how to swim like enjoyably. I don't know if I know how to swim to save my life.
All right.
Like, if you threw me in a large body of water, right? Like say 12 feet of water, I'm not sure if I can keep myself up long enough to live.
Okay.
What? If you put me up against the wall and pushed me, you know what I'm saying? I got a good push in. I can swim. I can swim to the other side, maybe. Maybe.
Hold on.
That's it.
Hold on. So I'll tell you a story. Story time with Frank Starfire. When I was 10, I went to visit my grandma, my Aunt Bibby in DC. She lived in DC, and she lived in a condo, had a pool and development pool. So I was at that point where I wanted to get into the deep end. I didn't want to be on the freaking in the 2, 3, 4, 5 feet water anymore. I wanted to swim, damn it. So my aunt decided, okay, you want to swim, boy? Here's what you're gonna do. She pulled me in the pool on the deep end and taught me how to tread water. She said, okay, and then let me go and told me to tread water for 10 minutes. I did. Sure enough, when I dragged my tired 10-year-old ass out of that pool, and believe me, she did not help me at all. She didn't jump in to save me. If I was going to drown, I was going to drown. She wanted to go save me, and she told me that. Then I believed her. So I tread water, and all it is kicking your feet and making sure your arms stay moving. You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourself up. You can push water. Cup your hands. You can push water. it float. You could float. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like torture. Like
it does until you realize that as long as you can tread water, you will never drown. And it's not that difficult to do. And if you get tired, let yourself float for a moment and then start again.
I could top that. Because, I mean, we're going to... All right, so I got brave. I got brave probably like 3-4 years ago, because I was like, you know what? I've been doing a bit of swimming. I could honestly say that I've learned how to swim just a bit. So I said, you know what? Let's hit the diving board. We have nothing to worry about. You know, if you once you get in the water, I think you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So I get up to, and this would actually fall in line with the zip lining thing too. But so I get up to the board, to the edge of the board. I'm like, yo, this is slippery. I don't feel comfortable jumping on the board. So I just jumped in, went straight down. When I came back up, like, I don't know how I got back up, but when I came back up, the first words came out of my mouth was help. And then I went down. And then I got back up and I was like, help. Because this just was not working. It was not working. I didn't know where nothing good was coming out of the situation. Nothing good was coming out of it, and I regret doing it. I'll never do it again. So now, boom. So now here, hold on. So now I zip lined one time.
Okay.
Because as bad as I would feel on the edge of that diving board is how I feel somewhere, anywhere in the air. But I went to in front of a zip line and I looked at the edge and I looked down and I said, nope. I turned my ass around.
I've never zip lined, but I'm not afraid of zip line. So
I turned around, but I came back. I came back because a fucking kid came right after me, like a 12-year-old, and just said, wee! It's like, yeah. I was like, fuck. All right. Let me toughen this out. I'm going to just go. All right, I'm going to stand right here. Hold on. Give me a second. He was like, all right, on the count of 3, you're going to go. I was like, all right, go. He said, 1.
Yep. That's the way to do it.
I was like, you motherfucker, but the shit was fun.
I believe
so
it.
I would do it. I would zip line over a volcano if I feel cooked.
That's good. Now, listen, here's the thing about lava that's different from water. If you fall in lava, no matter how you come out, you're disintegrated. So, I mean, now, that's not to say I won't do it.
Same thing if you were in there.
Listen, that's not to say I won't do it. I'm just saying I think about the other possibilities as well. Like, why would you not think about the inherent risk of ziplining over a volcano? Just a random question to start off the show, man.
Man, I think a lot of people don't regard that kind of thing. Just go ahead and do shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I have been told I'm not that adventurous, and listen, the truth is, it's because I know too much about shit. I know a bunch of random crap, and the more you know, the more random crap that you know. It's like you assess risk differently, like. You just do.
Yeah, it could definitely distract you. It could distract you from adventure.
Yeah, and I know my lighting is completely off right now. I look fucking crazy. Fuck this.
You look like a white boy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm not, but I haven't found a happy medium of lighting in this new space, so I'm still working it out. But fuck.
But you still would. I don't think you would be accepted in the white community.
I'm accepted in any community that I choose to visit. I'm usually people like me. I'm nice. I'm a kind person. I care about people. It's one of my weirdo inherent traits. I grew up. I talk to strangers all the time. I just I don't care.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some wild shit I saw yesterday. NBA YoungBoy was like in an interview or whatever, and he was like, he's scared of people.
All right. So I have two
Like
questions.
he's repeatedly, definitely afraid of people.
Okay, I have two questions. Who is NBA YoungBoy? And
NBA YoungBoy is the most listened to rapper today. I wouldn't call him an MC. I would just call him a rapper.
okay, well that's fair.
But he's
All
the
right.
most. He's by far, the most listened to rapper today.
All right. And listen, NBA YoungBoy, if you ever hear this, it has nothing to do with any of your lyrical skill or anything like that. It's just I live in Pennsylvania in the mountains. There's no hip hop station. I'm old. I'm 40, man. Unfortunately I'm not your demographic. But
But hold on. So the interesting thing is that he's one of those like soldier boy type dudes that like gets on social media and will interrogate, like antagonize people.
oh, that's
And
lovely.
yeah, and there's a lot of like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of like infamous lyrics like I'll kill everybody, nobody can touch me type shit.
Okay.
But he's definitely afraid of people.
I guess my second question was how do you live in a world full of people and be afraid of people? Now, I can understand that there are some shit human beings on planet Earth. Hey, listen, that's just a fact. There are some real shit-heeled people. But overall, it's not everybody. Like I don't understand why. What would make one afraid of people?
I guess probably with the access to the amount of foolery that a human being is capable of.
All right, that's fair.
It could lead someone into that headspace.
Yeah.
And would like would isolation be a bad thing?
Yeah, because that'll turn you into the crazy person that you're afraid of.
The less people I'm around, the more safe I feel or whatever. And most people do isolate themselves or prefer to isolate themselves.
You know what? I guess it depends on the person. If you are an introverted individual, chances are you probably will not want to be around a lot of people. But if you're somebody like me, I ain't gonna lie. And I say I say it all the time, like goddamn humans, I bitch and moan, but the truth is, you know, I know I live in a world full of people, so it's just a general god darn it, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of people.
I like people.
I'm aware of what people are capable, but I'm not afraid of them because I don't feel like I garner any negative, like, you know what I'm saying, any hostile energy towards me.
Well, even that, not
like
even with that
person.
And you're right. Even with that, I don't. Not only do I not feel like I harbor any negative energy towards me, but I try my damnedest to be a kind individual, and I don't.
I've gotten better at it over the years.
I've definitely gotten better at it over the years. I have not always been who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just clear. It's just the God's honest truth. Like we've all, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if you can't look back on your life and be like, you know what, I may have messed up that a time or four, then you're an amazing individual. But everybody that I know of has made mistakes. We've screwed up at times. We have hurt people, hurt ourselves. Forget the goal is, or the idea that you have to be stuck with that on you is foolish. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's too much for any person to bear. You got to learn to let that stuff go. You got to learn to stop harboring guilt or resentment or anger or anything that's going to negatively affect your spirit. And it's hard.
I love that I can feel that off people, and I don't have to like. I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of like people's character based on their actions. I don't judge people for them.
No,
you can be whoever you are, but I do a pretty good job of like maintaining how much time I give those people, and I think that I'm thankful that I don't have to. I don't feel obligated to give most people my time.
Time is.
So I was like, so it's. I don't know. Like I like people. I like hanging around people sometimes. I think I used to, but you know what I'm saying? It gets a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable within than it is on the outside.
Yeah.
Like with the outside looking in.
Like,
listen, more comfortable with it.
I've never been much of a party guy or a club dude. Like I never enjoyed being in a club or going out to party and all of that. And I just, I was never fun for me. You know what I'm saying? It was never fun for me. And I can't explain why, except to say that, and I guess as I got older and learned more about energy and everything, I realized like, certain instances, they just, if it feels wrong, don't do it. That's how that word up. And not for nothing, almost any party I went to in my teens and 20s, something bad always happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore. So not a club guy. I've never been that dude.
I just don't want, you know what? I don't like getting into, I don't want to be in situations where police are involved.
No.
So like in being outside, I feel like because even when you go out to like the bar or something like that, if you drove there, there's a chance there's a fucking police waiting outside the bar.
Well, a chance? What do you mean a chance? Yes, there's good, but that's freshman math. That makes no sense. It's too like.
But it never happened to me. But it could have several times.
I mean,
and the older I get, the wiser I'm like.
Well,
it's the best idea to go outside.
Maybe I should get in here. It's funny because I didn't get my driver's license until I was like in my late 30s. So for me, I realized now is that if I'd have gotten it like when I was a kid, teens, early 20s, I'd probably be dead doing reckless things. Now I'm like, no, it's fragile. I want to drive with 10 and 2. Took a little
I can't see you being reckless.
No, God. Somebody pulled up on me once wanting to race. I was like, no, I'm okay, thank you. No.
I would always say yes. I ain't never been in a racing car.
Nope. I'm not racing a damn thing. I ain't racing shit. I got one good eye. That is not conducive to driving recklessly. Sorry.
I'm like that white boy from that Dave Chappelle joke. I'm gonna race. Motherfucker don't even know we racing. That's me. That was me.
Oh man! All right, yeah. This is. I'm pouring more coffee because I'm addicted to caffeine.
I thought I had coffee. I don't have coffee. Oh.
I'm addicted to caffeine.
It's my new drug of choice.
Man, listen. I would mainline this shit if I could.
It's not that.
What coffee do you drink?
Like I have Folgers, like dark coffee, like dark roast.
Oh, the dark roast. All right, I'll give you. I drink Bustelo. You know the yellow brick.
Wait, what?
Bustelo, the yellow brick coffee.
Oh, okay.
The yellow brick
Okay.
coffee.
Yeah,
I drink that.
Yeah.
Black.
Oh, am I fancy or something? I don't know.
No, Folgers is just, to me, it's so pedestrian. I even Bustelo isn't. It's not like, it's not great coffee, but it's espresso. It's strong. It serves the purpose of what I need it to do. It serves the purpose. You know what I mean? I like coffee.
What do you put in it? What do you put?
I don't put anything in it. I drink it black.
Hey.
I drink it black. Listen. That was a large part.
You're a coffee drinker if you put all that shit in it.
That was a large part of my the beginning of my weight loss journey. Wow, that was a cliche ass freaking statement. That was a large part of that.
Live with it. It's okay.
I stopped putting, because my coffee used to be 2 sugars, half and half. 2 sugars, half and half. Not light and sweet, just 2 sugars, half and half. A dollop of cream, 2 sugars. I stopped putting sugar and cream in my coffee and just started drinking black coffee. And I literally could see the weight coming off, like, because that was a daily habit. And I drink a lot of coffee throughout the day. Like, I'll drink like 3 pots of coffee a day if you let me. I will. I will.
That's a lot.
And I will not drink Starbucks. I will not drink Dunkin' Donuts. I will not. Like, I'll get gas station coffee because sometimes you find gem coffee where it's nice and strong. But no, I don't. No,
my shit is black. I might do creamer, a little bit of like French vanilla creamer, but other than that,
occasionally I'll put some of that oat milk creamer in it, the vanilla one or something like that. But the truth is, even that with the seed oils and all that, they may not be great for you. So, what's good for us anymore? So annoying. So very annoying. Everything is.
I can't. Like, I let people talk me out of eating fruit. It's like, watch out for the sugar and fruit. I'm like, yo, it's either fruits or a pizza, and I'm gonna choose fruit.
You know what? There is a lot of sugar in fruits, and here's a fun factoid: your body apparently processes a banana differently if you eat it as opposed to if you drink it.
Yeah.
So it's weird, and I guess I would have to figure that other fruits operate in the same way.
I'm not figuring shit out. I feel like that's like advanced. That's like advanced statistics.
Let me ask you this: do you eat the skin? Do you eat the skin of all your fruit?
Do I eat the skin of all my fruit?
Yeah.
I eat watermelon and pineapples. No.
All right.
Like, I won't eat like the skin of an orange.
Why not?
I'm not just biting into an orange. No.
All right. Let me ask you this: you ever had a kiwi?
No.
You ever had a kiwi? Oh man,
you
missing out on some good eats there, boyo. You wrap some of that. You wrap a kiwi. You take a kiwi and a couple of pineapple slices with a turkey breast, right? Wrap it up together and grill it. Oh, it's phenomenal.
All right, that sounds good. I'm not gonna hold you. But you would just bite into the kiwi straight.
Yes, because I think of it logically. If an ape is in the woods or in the jungle and it eats a fucking fruit, it's one of the biggest, strongest animals on the planet Earth. And you think I should sit in there peeling a damn fruit? He's just gonna bite it.
If it knew better, it would do better. I don't know if they do that. Do they do that to bananas, or they just swallow them straight?
They just eat that joint. They just bite into it.
Huh?
Banana peels.
I'm not a Neanderthal.
I'm not. I mean, obviously, listen. I'm not gonna eat a banana peel. That to me, that's weird. But I also, like if I eat an apple, I eat the entire apple, seeds, core, all of it. I eat the entire.
That's probably one of the only ones I would do that to. That like, yeah, that's probably the only one.
Pears.
Oh, I don't eat pears.
You don't eat pears? What's wrong with you, man?
I don't even know why I don't. I just don't.
It's probably psychosomatic from when we had pears at lunch every fucking other day in school and
that's exactly what it is.
Excuse me.
Oh man,
that's
funny. My traumatizing childhood, just like everybody else.
Listen, if your childhood wasn't traumatizing, you didn't live properly. Damn it.
No one cared about you.
There's that too.
People like the trauma of a child comes from love. I'll lie to you because I love you. I abuse you because I love you.
Would you let, if you ever have kids, would you let them be latchkey kids?
What the fuck is that?
That's like how we were, where we just pretty much came and go as we went, as we pleased, and just as long as you was home before the lights on the street came on, you was good.
Listen, not at this age. Like the Shaun that would parent in his 20s compared to the Shaun parent now. Shaun now, my kids would hate me. They would hate me because I'm on everything. I'm on their ass. You are a like this is a prison. Like you're gonna do what I say when I say it, how I say it. Like until you're 10, then
your kids would hate your guts.
Then they would hate me. They would hate me. And I don't care.
They would hate you.
I'm not your friend.
I'm not too fond of you right now. That was trickery as fuck for me.
You get up at 6 o'clock every day, make your bed, get ready to like work out or something. You're gonna do something, clean something. You know, laying in the bed all fucking day. No, we're not doing that. Mad work. There's mad work to do. It's always work.
Man, that was triggering.
And then hold on. But here's the sweet part. Because once they turn 10, then you ain't gotta. I'm not even gonna pay attention to you.
What?
I'm not even gonna pay attention to you. I don't care what happens to you. You can go out in the street, come home when you want to. Go to school, get whatever grades you want to get. I don't care.
Why?
So your life.
Why?
Because it's your life. Because it's your life. You're
at,
gonna do
at 10?
with it.
10?
At 10.
That's your cutoff?
Yeah. At 10, they start thinking they know shit. All right, go ahead. You know,
yes,
you know what you're doing.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask you something. If you think back to yourself as a kid, don't you wish that somebody would have listened to you more because you might have had a different perspective on things?
No. This one? My bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, she said throw the cocoa, but I really threw that shit.
I mean, okay.
So almost took her fucking head off. But no, oh man. Kind of had it easy. My moms didn't really. My moms and my dad weren't really on me like that. They weren't on me like that. But I wish they did. I wish they did, like instill some type of discipline in me, because I was a good person. I wanted to do good things, but I don't know. I just had. It was kind of like a no holds barred thing, but don't get punished because you know what I'm saying the punishments hurt.
Yeah.
Like I got punished and disciplined, and you don't want to see that side of her. But
yeah.
other than that, she gave me the freedom and the ability to piss her off.
Yeah.
And I kind of took advantage of it, but I still had a heart to where I didn't want to hurt her or whatever. But like I want to instill enough within the first 10 years that from then on they could
survive.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Maintain your own fucking life.
I can't
And
lie. I
people
had a
and
very
people are
different.
people are very just really into these kids, and
I mean,
sometimes it's like a detriment to themselves.
if it's done poorly, I think it's weird. I had a very different upbringing where I had my mom and I had my dad for a while. Then he split. They split. But I would like from like the third grade. I would like. Well, I used to go to PS 118, and I would leave school on a Wednesday and walk all the way to Sutphin Boulevard, following the because I followed the bus path. I followed the Q2, and I learned how it went to Hillside and everything. And then I found out about the 42, and for New Yorkers know, the Queens niggas know what I'm talking about. And I figured out how to get to Sutphin down Hillside Boulevard. I mean, down by Hillside. So
Yeah.
I would walk all that way, starting from like the third grade. So you're like 8 years old in the third grade. And I would go see my pops and everything and spend like 2 days. I'd miss like 2 days of school, and madness. You know what I'm saying? And just hang out with my pops and then go home because he worked at the Long Island Railroad over there, the big, where the Hillside facilities, that spot right there on Liberty and all that. So he worked there and he'd go to work and then I'd walk back to my house in Hollis. And I did that from then. And then I just, over time, I just started just recognizing like, I like to be outside walking and going places and just, again, talking to strangers because I did that a lot. Like, because I didn't care. I found
That's
people
very
to be,
New Yorker.
I found people to be interesting. And it was just one of those things that I recognize even now, I still have kind of wanderlust. You know what I mean? And that I do like to go out and explore and walk around and find things and just talk to people. I still enjoy doing that even now. But we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the Andrew Tate situation a little bit. We'll obviously, and we'll just talk about Tyre Nicholas.
I used to like that guy.
I feel like that definitely deserves to be discussed a little bit. And, we'll be right back on the Just to Be Frank podcast. See you. And we are back. So are you streaming this right now on Instagram?
I streamed the other one on Instagram. This one's on Facebook now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See how this goes.
It should be fine. All right. So the Andrew Tate allegations are that he used his, and mind you, this is in Romania, so I'm not entirely sure at all how the Romanian system of justice works. So, but from what I understand, he allegedly used his. I guess what does it say here? Hold on. I had it up here. So, according to the Associated Press, they upheld his 30-day detention on suspicion of organized crime and human trafficking. That's what he's being accused of, basically. Suspicion of organized crime and human trafficking. So,
all right, let's hold on. But let's give context of who Andrew Tate actually is, right. Because now for a while I've seen the guy, but I never knew who he was, what he was about, how he got on. Who is this guy?
Well, apparently he's a former professional kickboxer who's turned influencer. He has this. I don't know if it's a character he's playing. I don't know if it's a character he's playing or if he really is who he says he is, but he's a misogynist. He's somebody, but he believes in he's preaching the alpha male Bible, basically. You know what I'm saying? And he's
a toxic alpha male.
Right, something like that. Which so here's Andrew Tate. All right, so that's who Andrew Tate is. Now, again, I don't know if that's just a character he's playing or what have you. I don't know. I've never listened to him. No, can't say that. I've heard a few of his spiels, but the truth of the matter is, a lot of the stuff that he's saying is things that any normal guy or human being could say or would say, and has been said by people without such a chauvinistic way of expressing it. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'll call a spade all the time. I'm a feminist. I am. I know I am. I love my moms. I got a sister. I got mad nieces. I believe, I know a lot of great.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean when you say you're a feminist.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit there and believe in an ideology or preach an ideology that's, to me, demeaning to women. That's my interpret. Now that is how I interpret Andrew Tate. It's how I interpreted what was the old black cat that just died recently? Samuels. Was
it Kevin Samuels?
Kevin Samuels. I think
a god walking amongst mere mortals.
I wasn't a fan of his either. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't. And again, listen, I'm not saying again, I'm nobody's hero. I'm nothing. I'm none of that good old crap. What I am is just somebody who understands that women have it rough in this world. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit there and follow an ideology that to me oppresses them or talks down on them, or you know what I'm saying? I'm just not. And again, I know I have said some foul shit in my life. I know I've definitely said some foul shit to women in my life. I know for a fact I've been a fucking chauvinistic asshole. I know I've been a misogynistic asshole. I know it. So with age comes understanding, comes wisdom. And you know what? I recognize it. No, how I acted before, again, back to what we were saying previously, who you were is not who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you learn better, you do better. Okay. You know what I mean? So he's being held for alleged organized crime and human trafficking, which
which is pimping, by the way. Which is pimping, by the way.
I mean, listen, if we're gonna be
in the old sense of what pimping was known for, is now been thrown into the mix of human trafficking.
I mean,
because to me, human trafficking was kidnapping somebody, holding them hostage, and then using someone for, I guess, their sexual activity for profit from someone else.
That sounds like pimping to me.
Nah, that's not pimping.
What you mean?
That's not pimping, bro. You're not gonna do that.
Sounds like pimping to me.
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, man. Pimping is a whole different.
I'm just saying. Hey, I am pro sex worker. Do your thing. I'm pro sex worker. Do your thing. However, let's understand that pimping is life management.
There's a lot of care involved. To some it may seem a bit odd and a little you know what's it not dangerous, but you know what I'm saying, like you shouldn't be doing that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you and your it's not all females. Men get pimped too. Men get pimped too.
Do they really?
But, huh?
Do they really?
Not. I mean, the volume is totally different. The amount of women that get pimped versus the amount of men that get pimped. Yes, that is astronomically larger and would make it seem like no men get pimped, but some do. But y'all trying to get you're trying to get something. You're trying to get through life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you know what I'm saying what you ask the woman to do and what she will get from it, she may not know what to do with it. But you know what I'm saying? The pimp do. I got you. bring that shit out. Bring that shit my way, and we're gonna do what's right with it. We're gonna take over the world. That's pimping.
Not by any measure I've ever heard of.
Nothing that we discussed in human trafficking has anything to do with that. I think Andrew Tate was probably pimping.
Well, according to Romania, that's human trafficking. Now, look, if you wanted to be, I can't believe I actually have to say these words. If you want to debate the idea that pimping is not human trafficking, just honestly,
don't make. I mean, I will. Don't make me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. But
I would not recommend being that guy. I would recommend not being that guy.
Don't push me. What? Listen. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for pimps. I have a lot of respect for hoes.
Hold on. Again, I am pro sex worker. I'm not. All I'm saying is, in an ideal world that I would craft, it would be where sex workers are licensed, regulated, natural health screenings, insurance covers it, natural health screenings, therapy if needed. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay clean and sober if you do. You know what I'm saying? Like these types of things. And there's no need for a pimp because you are now licensed and it's a legal profession and you can do your profession as you see fit. You know what I'm saying? That would be my ideal scenario. If there has to be sex workers, let's upgrade the system and let's make it so that, hey, sex workers are people too, and they shouldn't be ostracized from society and having to pay taxes and all that simply because they're prostitutes.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem is that we're looking at one side of the coin. And when we talk about the entire situation with Andrew Tate, and I think there's like a soccer player involved, and like,
well, all I know is he and his brother were arrested.
What they are doing with these women is offering them to somebody. Now, who are the somebodies?
Oh, that's always the question. Who benefits? In any crime, that should always be the question. Who benefits? You know,
because we talk a lot about pimps, we talk a lot about hoes, but we don't talk about Johns.
No, we don't. And you know what? And you're right. And that is the truth. But the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, there has been the sex trade since the dawn of man. And unfortunately, it is something that is ingrained in humanity. I don't know why. I wish it wasn't that way. I ain't gonna lie. I wish that it wasn't that way. I wish that women didn't have to sell their bodies for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I wish that was not the case.
I wish I wasn't looking like I'm an Andrew Tate supporter right now.
I mean, kind of are, but I wish that was.
Because
I
I'm not. Because I'm
genuinely
not, like the dude is next level with his shit. And my problem with him is his like he's the things that he spews,
the alpha male bullshit.
His rhetoric is like, it's like I don't I don't need you,
right?
Like we don't need women, so you need to prove yourself to me. You need to show me something. You need to be about something. You need to find me. You need to give me a reason to fuck with you.
Right.
So the whole time that I listen to, every time I listen to this dude, I'm like, yo, who is his bitch? Who is his where, like is he married? Like where is his women? Because I need to hear them speak on how he is and what he does. So then to come to find out that he is into human trafficking in the sense, no matter
allegedly,
no matter what way it is, allegedly, yeah, like court of public opinion, nigga, you out here pimping.
Listen, and
you out here pimping. So for him to spew the way that he spews, and I don't get no kind of like explanation from any women in his life, really bugged me out. And then to find out that you into human trafficking, like you're into like human trafficking and like verbal abuse, and like what is he like? He enjoyed, like he said, I almost killed you. You should be thankful or some shit. He said something.
I heard the video. I'm
really
like
ridiculous, yo. Like something really ridiculous. And I'm like, man, it ties right into all of the shit that he says. And it's like, yo, I knew this dude was off his fucking rock.
And this is my thing. And like you, I consider myself a pretty good judge of character. And my thing was anybody that is so misogynistic and proudly so, it's not a far leap for me to believe that you could commit human trafficking. It's just not, because to me it looks. You see women as less than. You know what I'm saying?
That's who he was talking to. He talked to women that were less than, like you know what I'm saying, like thought less of themselves because they were all like provocative and money hungry, and like, you know what I'm saying, like they were into this idea of a man should take care of me, like I deserve to be treated a certain way, and this and the third. And most of them were like porn stars or strippers, or you know what I'm saying,
people who are obviously already damaged,
body transformers type chicks. You know what I'm saying? He would never talk to a sophisticated, educated woman.
No, never.
He would never talk to a housewife.
No, hell no, because she whooped his ass. I mean, I get it. He's a professional kickboxer, so obviously the boy can fight. I don't know how good he was or anything like that, but okay. But either way, like, look, like I say, if you're gonna speak that way about women, then chances are you don't see them as equals, and you don't count them. That it's not a far leap for me to believe that you would be so narcissistic to believe that trafficking women in whatever way it is considered in Romania in that way. You know what I'm saying?
He was in Romania. He was in Romania the whole time.
As far as I know, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he lives there.
Oh,
or he maybe has a home there.
Because I can't picture.
He's from the UK. He's from the UK. I can't
picture American. He's from
the UK, so he's not. Okay. So I'm not entirely sure where he's based out of. But as far as I know, he had this business and everything set up in Romania, which is why they're the ones, going after him.
Yeah, because I can't see American women letting any of the shit that he does fly.
No. No.
Right?
No.
Right? So the whole time I'm wondering, like, yo, who is this dude talking to? Like, who is he talking about? Like, why is this, like, why, and you got so many of these incels. You know what an incel is?
Yes, I know what an incel is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he got all these incels to be, like, worshiping him. He's like worship.
Hold on. For those of you who don't know, an incel is an involuntarily celibate human being. There are people that believe that it's the women's fault that they can't have sex with them.
That shit cracks me up every time I hear it.
That's what an incel is, ladies
I
and
can't
gentlemen.
believe they took the time. I can't believe they took the time to create a definition for that type of person.
You had to,
because it's for real. I know a couple.
And obviously, we're being a tad bit facetious about this, but those are real people, and they're really, unfortunately, that's very much a sad thing, because it's like, in their mind, women should always want to have sex with them, and the fact that they don't makes them a problem, makes women a problem, so they begin to hate women. You know what I'm saying? And and people like Andrew Tate would boost that hatred by spewing the alpha male rhetoric that he spews. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's look at a wolf pack, which is where that comes from. A wolf pack, the alpha is a protector. He's the one that scouts ahead. He's the one that makes sure the rest of the pack is safe and secure and can fucking find food. That's an alpha. It's been co-opted by a bunch of incels and other numbnuts who can't be bothered to actually believe, talk women up and treat them accordingly. They make all the people. Like, they literally make all the people. Have some fucking respect for them. Word up. It's that simple. They make all the people. And again, hey, you've got some real bitches out there. No question. But shit, I get it. There's bad things in everybody. Everybody has some negatives. What can you do? It's life.
The hardest thing to accept is that more times than not, your mama was a hoe at some point. This is Cat Williams. I heard it on the Cat Williams show, and I was like, man, that's hard. That's hard to say.
That's hard.
It's hard to hear. But more times than not, the reason you're here is because your mom was,
Yeah.
Because you ain't get knocked up by herself. Who knows what she was doing when she made you.
You know what I'm saying? And as somebody is always fond of saying, listen, you could have been swallowed. You know what I'm saying? You could have been flushed down the toilet. You didn't have to be here, boy.
It's the hardest it's the hardest thing to hear. It's so hard to hear.
But they make all the people. So maybe let's have some love for the women folk and treat them accordingly. And again,
all right, fuck that, because I can go as far as to say we need not even that we need them. We want them.
Yes, and need them.
We want them so bad. And I'm not even going to exclude those of the alphabet, because they want to be them. Some of them.
Want to be them. You make a point there, except for the ones
who want to be them.
Except for the ones who want to be us, be men. And look, I don't know.
They still want to be women.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Listen, we're just making jokes here. Please don't come for me.
They don't joke. It's serious. It's serious stuff we're talking about.
I don't have the brain capacity for all of this.
Oh man, I wish somebody would chime in, because I'm telling you,
I don't have the brain capacity for it.
It's so hard. It's so hard for me. It's so hard for me to understand how incels think, and like the way the words that they say, and that they expect to like fly. It's like, yo, bro, stop playing. Like, you anything you if any woman came up to an incel and offered them some pussy, it'll be their lucky fucking day. Oh yeah, yo, I heard you gotta stop cursing on YouTube.
Yes. They don't they
Did that
lower you in
start
the
already?
algorithm. Yeah, that's why I've been trying not to curse, because they definitely
I
lower
felt it when I
the.
said my first one. I was like, I don't think I should have said it.
I mean, I have said a few already, but and I'll try and edit it out, a little bleep and blur if I need to. But truth is,
Yeah, no, yeah,
I
you're not
probably
the.
won't.
Oh man, get
But
that. Listen, get the bleep button out for me.
yeah,
Listen,
but the truth
when
is,
these incels, so when these incels start talking about women, I want to just burn them. Just want to burn them.
yeah,
Like I want to blow fire into their face, like you, because you don't like you make no fuck. Like, come on, I need them.
yeah,
I need them around. Even the sex workers, I need to see them. I need models, anything. I need to see them. Women are everything. You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? A woman can do anything she wants, right? Anything she wants. She could be a cook. She could be a fucking gymnast. She could do anything and put it on public display. As long as she looks good, it doesn't matter if she knows how to do it or not. She doesn't have to really be good at whatever she's doing. As long as she looks good, we're thankful for her doing it. As a matter of fact, we're going to keep watching you do it, regardless of how,
now
regardless if you're good or not. We don't care. Just keep
I'm gonna be
doing
the
it. We'll
one to
watch.
say that's kind of superficial. It is.
I know that, but no,
it's
it's real. It's real.
It's
It's for
real.
real.
But
It's for real.
we're gonna call
I'm
a
sorry.
spade and say that is a
I'm
very
sorry.
superficial reason to do it.
Frank, I'm an apologist of women too. I feel like men have been, uh, man, we've been horrible. We've been horrible for centuries, and actually are dumb. We've actually been dumb enough to remove women from responsibility because for most of their lives we've told them that they're not capable of anything.
Yeah.
So everything that's wrong with society in this world and earth, it's clearly men's fault. So listen, I feel for women. I give them nothing but, you know what I'm saying, like empathy. I have so much empathy for them because we've been so bad to women all of our lives. And I feel like, you know, from the music that we made back in the 70s and 60s and shit like that, showing them the proper love and respect and desire that we have for them, you know what I'm saying, it was appropriate.
Yeah.
And I feel like as time goes on, we've gotten so far removed from it.
Well, we did have the New Jack Swing era. We did have the New Jack Swing era. That was pretty loving music. I can't even lie, man. Like that, but I feel you.
Oh man, it was a I feel like it was a good time for men and women. I don't think men weren't that great then either.
No, not really. I
we
mean,
still had an inept desire to court our women.
Right. Now you just
and
swipe
them
right.
properly.
Now you just swipe.
Now you can just open your phone.
Yeah, now you just swipe right.
You can open your phone and get whatever you need out of a woman. I can get anything I need out of a woman when I go on the phone, except for the touch and the smell, and you know what I'm saying, and the visuals, like all the things.
Yeah, exactly. All the things that actually matter. Yeah. All the things that actually matter.
So I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, women are everything. They're everything. And for any man to act like they are not, your words falling on flat air, bro.
Yeah,
they fall on flat air. Because if I brought any kind of woman around you, if you're talking down on women like, oh, they can't run a household, or you know what I'm saying, they can't make decisions in our lives and stuff. You're on mute, bro.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I bring a woman in front of you that is willing to give herself to you, you're gonna take it.
And so
it's easy. They're so intoxicating.
Right.
They are our weakness.
Yes. Or our greatest strength. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I call it a weakness. It's a weakness. It's I'm completely submissive.
You know what?
Not making me stronger.
Listen.
Makes me weaker.
I'm.
Don't make me go. Don't make me go. Don't let me dive into my marriage. Makes me weaker.
No. We'll leave that off for. We'll do a special episode completely about that. But
makes me weaker.
So you also wanted to talk about the Tyre Nicholas situation, and I can't lie to you.
Oh, sorry. Are you? Are you though? Are you sorry? I don't think you're sorry. Sorry. I don't think you're sorry. But anyway.
Welcome to the show.
Did I go away? Yo.
So Tyre, so I can't lie to you. I can't watch the video. I can't watch.
I refuse.
I can't.
Refuse.
I hate to use the curse word can't, but
I know a lot of people say that they not watching that video.
Yeah, I refuse to. I can't. I cannot bring myself to watch that. Another.
Did you hear how long? Did you hear how long it was though?
No, I think it was like, what was it, like 8 minutes or longer or something like that. I'm not sure how long it is. Oh, let's use the old Google box.
I think it was like 30. I think it was like 30 to 50 minutes.
What?
It was beating on him for a long time. That's a lot. That's a long time to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what they were doing there. I don't know if they were kicking and punching him or what.
What?
Handcuffed. And it's crazy because people look at, police brutality like, I don't think people humanize what happens to someone that is arrested. And when you look at what police do when they arrest people, they hurt you. They literally hurt you. Like they'll jump on you with all their weight on your back or something like that. They'll kick you in the face. They'll do a lot of wild, like punch you with the gun. I saw a cop do that. Like they gun butted him, and then his partner did the same thing just for no reason. The dude is already handcuffed.
Well, his nose
is bleeding on the floor, and it's like, yo,
hold on.
How is that not?
Hold on. I'm looking at the length of the videos, and
are you about to watch it right now?
I'm not, but it's 11 minutes, 31 minutes, 6 minutes, and 19 minutes. So
that's a lot of time to get punched and kicked and choked.
No, man. No,
I think I saw a picture. I think I saw a picture of him. And he looked bad. He looked like Martin after he fought.
Oh,
after he fought. What's that dude's name? But yeah, that was Yo, Nick, what up? Yeah, it was pretty. Man, I can't imagine getting beat up for 10 minutes, let alone double that.
Triple that. Like, look.
Like to beat somebody to death. You know how resilient the human body is? Like
it is and it isn't. We are massively resilient, but we're also extremely fragile. Think about how easy it is to get a concussion. Right? Yeah. If you beat on somebody for 10 minutes, you can inflict
life-changing pain.
Like life-changing, like all it takes is for you to
feel.
Like, even that's why street fights are so dangerous, because you hit somebody and they hit the floor and hit their head. That's it. it's and again, hey, look, I'm all, but I like maybe it's because of the era we come from, where we'd scrap it up, but nobody was really trying to knock anybody out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was like going for the head, trying to kill somebody. It wasn't. I don't know.
Because but you respect the fact that somebody hit the floor and they ain't moving.
Right.
Like, all right, you had enough.
Look,
because that was the goal. We never tried to kill nobody. Right. We just wanted.
Now, all the police officers that were involved in this apparently were fired and arrested. And I don't know what charges they're facing. I don't think that's come out yet.
Take a while. That's gonna take a while.
But yeah, that's gonna take a little time. But the funeral.
You want to know why? Because they're gonna get this one right.
Oh, of course. Of course.
They're gonna get this one right. They're gonna get this one right. Trust
me. Listen.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry too. Expeditiously.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
Watch. Definitely. This is the moment. I'm sorry. This is the moment that the red media has been waiting for.
Honestly, when you really think about it, if you look at the landscape of it, yes, because now this time it's not.
Listen.
This time it's not.
Not only do they get to play the accountability card.
They get to play the race card.
They still get the race objective right.
They get the race card. They get to use the race card.
The race card is still in play. It's still right. It's still strong, and they get to play the account. Look, we hold our officers to a higher standard.
Right. And
to a higher standard. These men are not exempt. They're not exempt from human. If this was five white cops, do you think whatever happens to these guys would have happened to the white?
That was my point exactly. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I'm genuinely going to say I don't know. I would like to believe that they would, but history has shown that that's not always.
I've seen this movie 100 times. I've seen
how this movie plays out. I watched the end credits and waited for the after credits, and it never came. So
to this day, I'm still in complete and utter shock. I am blown away about the George Floyd trial. I cannot believe they sent that cop to jail. not that he shouldn't have. I couldn't believe they actually did it.
Well, I also I'm one of the people that firmly believes that OJ did it and probably should have been locked up there. So,
I mean, we're all entitled to it. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. They all want something. Yeah.
But respect to the family of Tyre Nicholas, and rest in peace to him, and all the best for their family. And I hope that they get justice and everything works out for them. After this heinous tragedy. Period. Point.
I want a lot of things. Right. So my question to you is, does this change? No. My first question is, how do you feel about defunding police or like removing police from society? I can give you my answer now, but
I'll tell you what. We'll do that after we come back from this next break. We'll be right back, y'all, on the Just to Be Frank podcast.
So it's like a 10-minute break you had to take.
Oh, well, better way to say you took a shit. That's what we're saying.
Oh, that's what we thought you did.
Oh, no.
I thought you took a shit. Like, it's intermission time. It's Frank shit time.
No, sir. I fairly recommend I go early in the morning.
He shits every hour on the hour.
God, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's scary. Um, so
you're supposed to shit 6 times a day, right?
no, you are not. No, you are not supposed to shit that much.
All right, let me not take you out of your energy. Would you do you defund the police? Do you get the police out of the community? What's up?
I wouldn't defund the police. And I believe in community policing, meaning that the police in any given neighborhood should be from that neighborhood. Human nature dictates that when you know your neighbors, when you know somebody's mother, you're less likely to want to kill them. It's a weird thing. You know somebody's mom, it's hard for you. It's hard for you, or little sister, or somebody like that. It's hard for you to do something like that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you're a cop in your community and you know, or you find out that Johnny down the street is selling weed or something, you know his mom's. You're from the neighborhood. They see you around. If so, you're less likely to probably shoot Johnny if you're from the neighborhood. If you can recognize him as somebody that you've seen maybe playing with your kids or hanging around your kids or whatever. It gives you an opportunity to actually do community policing, go talk to his parents. You know what I'm saying? Figure out why he's doing this or what have you. I think that the police definitely have a fairly difficult job. And I'm not apologizing for the police or anything that they've done or do at all. I'm simply saying it seems to be a very difficult job. It's not one I ever considered. It's not something I ever wanted to be. But I recognize that every day they got to go out of their house, away from their wife or their girlfriend or their kids, and do their tour and hopefully not die in a fucking bombing or shooting or a crash, of, you know what I'm saying? Or just because some incel is fucking mad and decides to shoot up something, or, you know what I mean? I don't think that police departments in certain communities need tanks and riot gear and all that type of stuff. So I would definitely defund that portion of their budget. You don't need tactical gear to instill fear into the populace of which you are policing. I think that the IG,
I'm sorry, it's not that difficult a job though.
I mean, I'm sure. I'm not saying
it could be. It could be a difficult job if you didn't have the power and protection of the shield. Then it would be a difficult job. But the reason we're even having this discussion is because it can get uglier for the detainee, but it can get uglier for the detainee than it could ever be for the detainer based on what they are allowed to do and what they are capable of and what they are allowed to get away with. Okay. Not many police pull that card all the time. Like, this is a very dangerous job, and I gotta go out and risk my life, and I might not be able to see my kids and all this stuff like that. And the numbers would say that, nah, you be all right.
Well, there was an officer, a deputy, I think in LA or something, that was recently killed by, domestic violence during a domestic violence call. They, listen, being a police officer, and again, I am not apologizing for those like Derek Chauvin and these 5 officers whose names I don't know yet. I'm not saying they obviously, and again, these guys were part of a special unit, were they not? So why does that community have to have that special unit or what have you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the system, in all honesty and fairness, it really boils down to the entire system needs to be changed. The system that allows them to have the ability to get away with it as they have in the past needs to change. It's not about defunding the police, because all that's going to do is lead to chaos. And honestly, I don't want criminals running everything. I don't.
Isn't that like what happened? Isn't that happening in like Haiti right now? Because I believe they got rid of their government.
Yes, they overthrew their government. Yeah, and
now they're being run by like this dude, like a gang. Like one gang basically says what goes.
That's dangerous
around Haiti. Now the whole part to that is government and police are all tied in together.
Right.
So your government is responsible for the police presence that we have in America today or anywhere.
Right.
That's like, so that would be like, that'd be like cutting somebody at the knees. They can't walk anymore, but they're still alive. So if we took the police away, your government is still alive and well.
Right.
They're just, you know what I'm saying? They're just not mobile. They're not as dangerous, but they're still there. And they still make the laws and do all that stuff like that. And the things that the police get away with is partly because of the laws that the government allows them to get away with.
And again, that's why I say the whole system needs to change, and that includes our system of governance, our systems of,
But like you said, you would, you know what I'm saying? It's like the people should have the power.
Yes.
The people should say what goes. And if your government is crippled, you're a little bit stronger. You know what I'm saying? You can make then you have a January 6th situation.
Well, that was a shitty situation. And listen, the Second Amendment is about overthrowing a tyrannical government. Now, did we see the inauguration of Joe Biden to be a tyrannical government? No. Do I think that there are certainly a lot of senators and Congress people who should not be in office? Yes. But do I think that any of them deserve to die for being idiots? No. Like Laura Boebert, Mitch McConnell, like these are people who probably should not be making decisions on behalf of anybody. But I don't feel like they deserve to be hunted and nearly killed simply for doing their job and following the Constitution. And I do believe in the Constitution to a point. But I also recognize
if it was followed, it would be nice.
I recognize the fallacy of the document. I recognize the fallacy of the document. And to me, the fallacy is that not everybody was included when it was written, because all men were not created equal at that time. And that,
I feel like it was more of a forward thinking thing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Eventually we'll get there.
Yeah, with
these set of rules, we can eventually get.
We can keep using this for now, but look again. Who was the
like you said? You gotta follow it.
But who was the first person to die for this country? I'm sure you learned this.
I did.
Yeah, I know I did.
I was about to say,
school,
I'm pretty sure you know.
I do know.
Because see, you paid attention in school.
Actually, I did not always pay attention in school. I just took the textbook home and read it.
Who are you in? Who are you in? 872, 82? Who's an
Always
81?
the twos, baby. 9 deuce. Out the cap. Bitch. Yeah. 9 deuce. 7 deuce. 8 deuce. Always, baby. Not that smart, but not that dumb. Right there in the middle there, baby. I rode the middle. And that was probably... And you know why? Because I didn't do homework. If I had chose to do homework, I probably could have gotten better grades. But I stopped doing homework in the 3rd grade because I looked at it as unpaid overtime, and I didn't want to do that. So, just me.
I thought I was making my parents proud going to the top class. That was a dumb decision.
Look, you ain't learned shit.
Yo, by that metric, I'm supposed to be smarter than you.
Yes, yes. I belonged in that class, but I was lazy and I had my own problems going on at home, so I couldn't get to,
My grades spiraled.
Mine just barely held on. Let me tell you. But no, it was a black man named Crispus Attucks. First man to die in the Revolutionary War. Crispus Attucks.
Right?
Yep.
I remember that name. Oh, okay.
And yet, not a full human being when it happened. So, not considered a full human being. So,
considered. Please.
Exactly.
Listen,
but my point is,
some men consider themselves women today.
My point is,
what are you saying?
My point is,
he is human. We know that.
He's human, and he deserved equality back then, and people deserve equality now, and period, point blank. Everybody deserves to fucking be equal. Damn it, it's called spade a spade. Everybody deserves to be equal,
except pedophiles.
Well, not them, because they should just be, skinned alive and thrown to wolves.
Ooh, I should have did that. My bad, you too.
Listen, if YouTube has a problem with us wanting to skin pedophiles alive, then, well,
they probably do.
They might. That's
some shit.
Maybe
that's some shit we'd have to explain.
Hold on, maybe this part of the video will go viral where we say, "Let's skin pedophiles alive." Let's do that. That seems like a good idea. Just saying.
But I actually think that's productive to moderate. If you want to curse on these platforms, you're gonna have to pay for it. If you want to use these things for free,
you better follow our rules.
Because so many people need to be moderated on the internet.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm all for it. Honestly, I'm all for it.
I don't believe in censorship, but I do believe in in somebody making sure that what you're talking about isn't foul, isn't evil. You know what I mean? I understand that, and that's the thing. I appreciate that in this country you have a freedom of speech, just like you have freedom of choice. But the internet has made it so that you can make choices and you can say certain things, but you get no consequences from it. But there's something to be said for saying some foul shit and getting punched in the face for it.
Consequences are vital to the progression of humanity.
I concur.
I think consequences necessary. So now, I love tying things together, but I don't believe in defunding police,
right?
Because you need the fear factor that they have is vital. If you take away, if you give people the freedom to like instill pain or strike fear or you know what I'm saying, just to cause hurt to somebody, for some strange reason we're addicted to it.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying. So if you gave people the power of freedom, you know what's going to go wrong more times than not. You just, you know what I'm saying, like you don't need to give people too much shit. Like giving people, oh my god, it's gonna be so hard. You too. You know what? Well, yeah. I hope you're good at bleeping.
I had no intention of bleeping it at all.
If you'll figure it out,
because I don't care. You should be allowed to say, you should not be, as long as you're not speaking evil things into existence, like
look at me. I'm
spreading hatred.
I'm over here moderating myself.
Yeah.
Just because they put a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of boundary on somebody, you know what I'm saying, put a little fear in me, like, oh, this ain't gonna work.
It doesn't work.
If you give people that freedom, like, yo, nobody's really watching you. You know, some foul things are finna take place.
I only have 135.
It's like the Purge.
I only have 135 subscribers, so I'm not really worried about who's watching. Like, I don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah, and then the numbers go up, and then it's like,
I want the numbers to go up. I need the numbers to go up. I would love for this show to do amazing and take off and go viral, because I would love to get
Andrew Tate numbers.
Yeah, what? I think I deserve them more than he does. That's for damn sure. Even though this is my first episode back in a year, but I was going through things, man.
Listen, the type of stuff that Andrew Tate would talk about is the type of stuff that will get you the subscribers that you're talking about.
Right,
now,
but I don't
the type of person that you are, and your intentions behind doing this, more than likely will not, because it doesn't have any
controversy.
You know what I'm saying? Not even controversy, but the drama that comes with life.
Well, right.
People are addicted to it. People are addicted to it. Now, maybe our opinions can contrast, and people could call it dramatic or whatever, but we're never gonna like hate each other or do anything weird.
No.
So it's hard to expect the kind of attention that the negativity of Andrew Tate will garner.
Right.
So I'm telling you, so I'm saying you take like what you said, having like community police, like the community. I don't know if you meant the community bands together and creates a structure.
No, I'm saying like if
for that community.
For example, if you're at the 113 precinct, then that means that the police officers that work at the 113 precinct should live in that area from South Jamaica, Queens. They should be from South Jamaica, Queens. You know what I'm saying? And number two, like, let's call a spade a spade. Stop making drugs illegal. If humans want to alter their mind and body with substances, let them. If they die from it, that's what happens. It's their choice. But you shouldn't make it a crime for a human to make choice. You could choose to smoke crack, or you could choose not to. But also, hey, don't sell to kids and don't sell to people. Don't force it on anybody. Let people make their own fucking decisions. I believe in that. People should have the ability to make their own choices. I'm not saying you should smoke crack, smoke meth, anything like that. I'm saying that if you choose to do so, you should be allowed to do so without fear of being arrested for it.
These are easy people to make examples of, though.
Of course, they're easy people to make examples.
In order to get the necessary power that is needed to create a system, you need examples.
Yeah.
So you need and so like that's a petty one, because even the people that are enforcing said law, like against drugs, are on drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, you know, it's like, yo, we need we need we need to set an example in whatever streets that we're in.
Right.
And it's usually like, but I don't know. I'm okay with police. I'm okay with police, but man, the things they're allowed to get away with.
That's very true.
Is,
And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you don't want
the shit that they do.
You don't want police officers who are like, I always think of it like this. If you're gonna be a police officer, then two things happen. Then one of two things happen. Either you used to shove people into lockers, or you yourself were shoved into lockers. Those are the type of people that become cops. Bullies and those who have been bullied. Because one is still exercising their power that they have over others, and one now has power and wants to exercise it over others the way they used to get picked on. That's what I believe. There are people who genuinely want to be cops because they believe in upholding the law. There are those who want to be cops because you can be corrupt and you can get away with it. It is not an easy job. It is not the hardest job, but it is not an easy job. But you want people being cops who are decent people. You want people who can practice kindness and decency and treat people with respect. Those are the types of people you want to be cops. You know why? Because no matter what, respect, when you command respect, you command respect. And that trickles down to everybody. You know what I mean? But respect given is respect earned. And
yeah, but this is like forceful respect. Like, I wish all cops lived by the vision that they're illuminated in. Like, they're like, I wish cops were just nice guys. Just naturally just nice guys.
No, what I'm saying is, I want,
because you don't have to be a dick. You don't have to be a dick to get away with the things that they get away with. You don't got to be a dick. You don't.
No, you don't. But what I'm saying is, if you want the cream of the crop to be people who have to uphold the law, you want you want exceptional people. You want people who think to solve a problem before they just go in guns blazing. You want people who see other options as opposed to beating a kid half to death or to death. You know what I'm saying? You want people whose first instinct isn't pull the gun and shoot. You want people whose first instinct is to figure out what's going on, how best they can assess how best they can help the situation. You want intelligent people who are kind and decent. That's who you want as cops. Period.
That's not these people, man.
But I mean, and obviously you should also know how to defend yourself, and you should know how to freaking save a life, and you should learn all of that. And honestly, 6 months in an academy is not long enough to become a cop. It should be much longer. I don't know how long it is in every municipality or whatever, but it should be.
I mean, for the most part, anywhere up to like 6 to 10 months.
Yeah, it should be longer. And you should also have to be at least a purple belt in some martial art before you could even apply. You know,
ain't that how they do it? Ain't that how they do it in China? Where they used to? I don't know how they used to.
I don't know if they really did that. That might be a myth. But I think that you should do that, because by the time you are a purple belt in almost any martial art system or what have you, you've been humbled before. You know the difference between being some just a jock and being an actual warrior. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is to lose. You know what it is to win. And you have a respect for opposition. You have a respect for yourself. You understand the force with which you can work in this world. Martial arts is a key element to anything, and I think it's worthy of exalting that. I think martial arts is one of the best things that can ever happen to people. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about fighting. It's about teaching you discipline and respect for oneself and respect for others.
And knowing the fact that what I know, I could seriously harm somebody, and I don't want to do that. They teach you that you don't want to do that. Like, you naturally don't want to do that. I just know how to do it.
Right.
But knowing what I know, I could hurt you, and I don't want to do that.
Right. Right.
So it shows you. It teaches your strength.
It does.
But that goes along with discipline. I mean, because what these dudes did was like,
they lacked discipline.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of handing a gun to someone that doesn't know how to use a gun.
They lack discipline.
They did martial arts. They did martial arts and don't know anything about martial arts.
Lack discipline. They lack respect. They lack kindness. Those are people who,
because it ain't. This is different. This dude didn't get shot.
Right. Right. They.
You know what I'm saying? And the other dude that killed George Floyd, I'm not gonna say he did that on purpose. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't do it on purpose, but he was just standing on him too long. These dudes beat him. Like, they meant to instill pain and hurt this man. Yeah. And one of the reasons I heard he did it was wow. Like, one of them involved did it. But I'm not, and it's like nothing concrete. There's no meat and potatoes to this. Nobody has confirmed this. No one's seen the picture. But apparently, one of them was just jealous of him, and was like his girl's ex.
I did hear something about that, but I didn't know if that was
took revenge on him. Took a picture of him beat down. Sent it to his ex to be like, look what I did to you. Look what I did to you.
Wow. Is that true? Did that really happen?
Like I said, there's no meat and potatoes to it, but they're saying that one of these dudes had a motive almost.
I'm just saying, well, at that point, then yeah, you know, fry.
He better not get away with a crime of passion. That's for sure.
Because that's not. If that's true, then that's premeditated. And again, these are people who probably should not have been cops.
Oh yeah. These dudes. This is what a lot of cops get jobs again. Like, it should be a one and done thing. You lose a job as a police officer, you don't get to go nowhere else.
Right. That's true. It's
for real. Like, for real. This is a job that requires zero tolerance. It should be zero tolerance for anything. You know what I'm saying? You do something. Yeah, you do anything. You know what I'm saying? You're upholding law. If you do anything against the law, you're done. You can't do this job.
Yeah, right. You've proven yourself to be.
We need to come after you, not protect you.
Right. But that's where police unions are probably the problem. And you know, that leads to all sorts of whatever. Like, you can't break through that. It's hard. So, you know, we got, I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do know that ultimately it has to come down to fixing this system. And how we fix the system, maybe let's start with actually listening to just regular, everyday, average people who live in the communities and could possibly have good ideas about it. And let's just move forward, try and figure out how to be better to each other. And yeah, that's my warming advice for the day. That's my warming advice for the day.
Let's sing Kumbaya.
I'm not doing that, but But no, I mean, but seriously, like, no, honestly, we just have to
I
figure
don't
out how
think
to
you.
be kinder to one another. That's it. Make it
I'm
easy.
not. I'm not doing nothing. Listen, I'm not doing. I don't think. And I don't. You can't do nothing. Not that you can't do nothing, but we shouldn't do anything because at the end of the day, we still kind of need these people. Us as a people need people like these on top of us.
I don't know
So,
if that's
so
necessarily
if
true.
listen, the less dirt you do, the less you see of these people. The less need for laws is less use of police. The more violence, the more activity within a community is going to instill them bringing more police into your community. If you don't do anything, you're probably not going to see these guys.
And this is what I'm saying. The system needs to be changed. Because if that's the system with which we have to live under, that doesn't work for anybody. Because all it leads to is fear and not respect. And there's a vast difference betwixt the two.
I don't put police on. Oh, Joe, what up, baby? Yo, I don't put police in this negative box.
No.
As much empathy as I want to have for like, you know what I'm saying, for our people and just the people as a whole, because you know what I'm saying, it's not just the Tyre Nicholas thing. It's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of situations that
I
we don't
agree.
even know about. Like the one police arrest I saw, it was just crazy. Dude is just like, all right, I'm laying down, kick you in the face,
After a
put you with the
while,
gun. Then I'm gonna handcuff you and kick you one more time, just
right,
just just to
right.
make sure.
And after a
Like
while,
what's
I don't want to
they
watch that
make it
type of stuff
hard. They
anymore.
make it hard.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. That's why I didn't watch this video. I'm not
yeah.
watching that.
I
I don't
can't.
want to see that.
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
see it.
see it. I don't
And
want to see it. I won't see it. I actually deleted the app because I was like, I know this is about to flood the whole jump.
you know what? I haven't been on social media in like a year. I dipped and dabbled, and but I haven't really been on social media. And the truth is, at the end of the day, the only thing I can do is offer my deepest condolences to the Nichols family and hope they get justice for their son's death. And let's just, like I said,
I
let's
pray
just,
for I pray for
uh,
their sanity. I pray for their sanity, bro.
yeah, listen, I pray people learn to be
They're
better.
gonna they're gonna feel this for a long time. And that's the part that people, you know what I'm saying, you gotta take that into account, man. Before you start going off the deep end about hurting somebody, you know, somebody else gotta live with that pain.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When Jasper died, it was like the reason that they did it probably was like, yeah, I like this needed to be done. I'm not saying that was the case, but I'm
Right.
saying like the person can feel like, oh, this needs to be done, but the pain that spread from
That one
this
act.
little disagreement,
Yeah.
yeah, this one act, this one disagreement, um, you know what I'm saying, caused so much pain, so much further pain that you don't even have to, that the person that did the dirt don't even gotta like live with. You know what I'm saying? These people, his moms, his sisters, all that stuff like that, they gotta live with this moving forward. And it's like, yo, if you take some kind of accountability for the pain you're causing others, you know what I'm saying, hopefully that should restrain.
Hmm.
But man, like it's the pain that people gotta live with from traumatic situations that
Yeah.
just makes you want to change something.
Yeah.
It makes you want to change something.
Yeah.
But
And,
even if we do change it, they still gotta live with this. And it's not gonna be fun.
and on that note, my final thought on that is you're absolutely right. And we definitely need to fix a lot of shit that's my bad. A lot of stuff that's that's going on in not only our communities but in the overall system as well. And let's stop making people like Andrew Tate famous for being who they are, because those are not the type of people who should be famous. And let's give our support and love to the Nichols family and offer them, you know, the hope that they obtain justice. And on that note, Brother Shaun, appreciate you for joining me as ever, good sir. You know what I mean? It was awesome. This was fantastic.
Always.
The sound quality is actually good, so we're gonna be all right this time. So let people know it'll be up later on this week. And actually, I'm just about to start editing it as soon as it finishes and can do it. So I might have it up by tomorrow night.
I can't even say that. I can't even say that.
What? What?
Just say, make sure you smoke something so it'll be good. It'll be real good. I know you had to say get the necessary details.
I mean, you know, like I said, I'm still figuring out my lighting situation and set design and all that. Right now, I'm just going basic but I did get a new chair. I like my little throne. Shout out to Tiffany for getting this for me. Appreciate you. You know, it's you know, just trying to figure it out, and I'm just trying to keep moving, trying to keep filming. I'm gonna start doing a few like short little 10 minutes of these, you know, try and do that daily, put it out, throw it up YouTube. Here you go, boom.
Yeah, instead of doing posts, we should just do video posts.
Yeah, and just keep it moving, just keep it going, keep pumping, and hopefully this will go viral and somebody will you know, try and cancel me.
I don't even like honestly, I don't care about going viral. I care about whoever cares about us.
Facts.
I'm ready to do this for the people that love to see us talk.
That's right. You know what I mean? But like, subscribe, and share, and do all that good stuff. For Shaun Wallace, I am, of course, your boy Frank Starfire. This has been the Just to Be Frank podcast. I don't know if we were still doing agree to disagree or not, but either way, it is what it is. You know what it is.
We ended up agreeing. We ended up agreing.
We ended up agreeing.
We had some different directions, but we ended up at the same.
We ended up at the same. but pimping is.
And you can do it too. You can do it too. Not you. You can do it too. You can agree to disagree with anybody.
Disagree too. That's right.
And it's gonna be okay. You don't have to go to blows.
You don't have to hate somebody because they disagree with you. Word up.
Big fat. Bro, what up, baby?
Yeah. I'll see y'all later. This has been the Just to Be Frank podcast. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time. One love.
Peace.